We're in Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. It says, "Woe to those who go down to Egypt for help and rely on horses, who trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but who do not look to the Holy One of Israel nor seek Yahweh. Yet he also is wise and will bring disaster and will not call back his words, but arise against the house of evildoers and against the help of those who work iniquity. Now the Egyptians are men, but not Yahweh, and their horses are flesh, but not spirit. When Yahweh stretches out his hand, both he who helps will fall, and he who is helped will fall down. They all will perish together. For thus Yahweh has spoken to me, as a lion roars, and as a young lion over his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is summoned against him. He will not be afraid of their voice, nor be disturbed by their noise. So Yahweh of hosts will come down to fight for Mount Zion and for its hills. Like birds flying about, so will Yahweh of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending, he will also deliver it. Passing over, he will preserve it. Return to him, against whom the children of Israel have deeply revolted. For in that day every man shall throw away his idols of silver and his idols of gold, sin, which your own fathers have made for yourselves. Then Assyria shall fall by a sword not of man, and a sword not of mankind shall devour him. But he shall flee from the sword, and his young men shall become forced labor. He shall cross over to his stronghold for fear, and his princes shall be afraid of the banner, says Yahweh, whose fire is in Zion, and whose furnace is in Jerusalem. Call on Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Call on Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash, the great Ali Shaddai of Israel, the great I am, the possessor of heaven and earth, of the spirits of heaven and earth. Come before you in the name of Yahweh Shai, the Adonai, the Hamashiach, the light of this world, the one who died for Israel and rose to sit to become his father's holy right arm, my Redeemer, my Comforter, my salvation, and the only one that plead his blood over Israel, the only nation granted for a salvation. Shalom to the great apostles of Great Millstone who revealed to me this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and who are preparing not just me, but other brothers for the times that are coming. Giving much respect to the Akim, the brothers that may not be from Great Millstone, but they follow Great Millstone, listening to their church and listening to their lessons and receiving the secret knowledge and understanding of the Bible. In the true name of Lord God, in whom you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, call on Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, and also risking your life and your freedom to do so, just like the brothers of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Aqua, the beautiful women that are in the truth, and whether you got a man or not, you still fear the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, and you listen to Yahweh and you fear him. Learn and learn in silence. And coming back at you with a quick video. And it's just a quick video. You know, it's just real sad, the things that are going down and the things that are happening in the world. You know, I've been through a lot of things in my life, but, you know, I'm just getting myself ready for the things that are to come. And it's just sad that our people aren't aware of what's happening. They really don't have a mind for these kind of things. And, you know, a lot of questions I've been asking myself is that, am I ready? You know what I'm saying, for the things that are coming onto the world. You know, knowing the truth and knowing all things right about now at this point. The only thing I'm not too good at is math, but I pretty much know a lot of things, and Yahweh have brought me to this point, you know. And that's the question I ask you. Are you ready for the things that are about to come into play? You know, I consider myself a small warrior, you know. I've never been too fond of violence, but I have trained for it. I've seen a lot of battles and a lot of things that have gone down, but I've never really had to take part in it. I've always even had the desire to take life, but I've never done it, you know. All these things you got to ask yourself, the things that you don't want to deal with, the things that you don't want to go through, because at some point we get into a point to where we're going to have to go through certain experiences and certain things. You know, you got to just prepare yourself for what's coming because it's unavoidable, you know. So we go back to the top page, right? No, to the top point right here. It says, woe to those who go down to Egypt for help. And, you know, we keep advising people not to trust these white people. Don't trust the white man. Don't trust his people. Stay away from his people. Try to stay out the way to the best that you can. You know, it's good to use properism, and respect. But at the same time, just stay out the way and, you know, kind of, you know, be with your people. Stick around your people, you know. As all the things that are happening in the world, think some stuff, these events are about to come into play and be highly intense, you know. The best thing for you to do is get back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai and the name Yahushai as fast as you can. There's not much time left to keep advising you. Being what the world is, you know, it's kind of foolish not to consider the world to have a beginning or an end. You know, it's kind of foolish not to consider that there isn't a God among us. You know, them the things that you must think about. Like, okay, you know, I see space, I see the planets, I see the earth, I see the animals, I see the people. You know, clearly, you know, there's a God among you. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is the God that's over us in control of all things. We know who he is. We know our true origin. Who cares if it sounds unfair? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of nations be like, that's not fair. You know, that can't be God. Well, you know, it's a lot of people that believe in the Bible. You know, the ones that's even not even in the truth. You know, they believe in the Bible, so when they're being corrected and the truth is being shown to them because they've been living in a lie, and I'm speaking out towards Christian people, and then they still wouldn't believe the way the Bible was designed or the truth about it or how it was created. It was created for our benefit. It's a little thing called the will of Yahweh, the will of God, you know. I can call him God because I know who God is in truth, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Amen. And it's just that it exists, and it's something that people got to be able to understand. Our people, especially, mainly our people, you know, but it's just sad that they won't consider these things. And, you know, the Bible does describe us being gods, and, you know, we are the future immortals of the world, you know. So the things that I see my people go through and the stuff that's going on right now in our lifetime and the growing evil and the great wickedness that's on our people and the way that they live is their life is starting to become a little bit more and more trivial, a little bit more of an inconvenience each day. You know, I'm so bored of this world and I'm so tired of Esau's world. It's no more than entertainment for me at this point. My suffering, everything that I go through is just something for me to see, something for me to be entertained by. I'm at that point where I'm ready to walk godhood and I want to be with Yahweh. You know, I want the collapse to come. I want these great things to happen. Maybe it won't be so boring anymore. You know, it's just thoughts that's coming out of my head. It's just things that I think about from time to time. Well, I think about it all the time. You know, as knowing the truth of who I am and knowing what happened to me and knowing the things that you know, knowing that the Most High is my Father. You know, it's just very deep. You know, it's certain things that you got to see, and the Most High does say, "Are ye not gods?" You know, so I've been observing a lot of things that are just small and just worth nothing. It's just stupid. You know, I totally agree with the plans of Yahweh about Shem Shai and how these things are going to go down. Me, I'm willing to sacrifice everything to walk the path of godhood. That's what I'm attempting to do. And I want to be with Yahweh forevermore after all this is done. But before we get to that point, I'm ready to just give it all up. I'm waiting on this pathway to open up, which we are all waiting for. Those of us that, you know, believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, in the name Yahushai, the pathway to open up so we can go and take that walk through godhood. And it's almost time. feeble things and such small things that go on is just ridiculous. Our people being so small-minded, not taking or having consideration of the world around them, not knowing history, not knowing what happened to us, because mainly it's about us. Knowing your enemy, knowing what it's about, knowing that your whole life is a fucking lie. It's just, I don't know. The Bible, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, does have a way of changing your perspective. And that's a very powerful thing, changing your outlook on life, changing what you see day to day. And every day that you wake up, you can't unchange it. You can't unsee it. When you're exposed to it, that's just what it is. God can't, even though people try to detach from the truth, you can't close your eyes from the things that you're seeing in the world. Can't see how people can ignore it. So we're going to continue on some of the things that the Lord got to say. It says, behold, a king will reign in righteousness, and princes will rule with justice. A man will be as a hiding place from the wind, and a cover from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. The eyes of those who see will not be dim, and the ears of those who who hear will listen. And also the heart of the rash will understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammerers will be ready to speak plainly. So by the time the economic crash, after it happens, like weeks and weeks on end, a lot of women will reconsider the bad things that they've done. A lot of men are want to get they act together. A lot of, scoffers and people who talk shit, drug addicts, they finally want to get life together, all to just nothing. It's not going to really accomplish you anything when you seek repentance when it's no longer there. And this is exactly the event that I'm waiting for. That's one of the biggest events. No, not one of the biggest events, but that's a big event that's about to come to pass, is the people finally want to repent after the door of repentance closed. I don't get people when it comes to that weird shit. Why would you wait to see it to believe it? It's just fucking stupid. So you're going to wait to see a nuclear event in order to believe it. That's dumb. They don't even believe the nuclear bombs exist. Even though they've heard stories about it and seen it on video, they want to wait until the last day, to the last minute to finally understand. It's just a bunch of stupidity and just madness. The Most High does easily distinguish between the two, who's smart and who's dumb. Life and death, light and darkness, that sort of thing could be easily distinguished. I'm just asking my people, why would you want to live in that kind of darkness? I don't get it anymore. The more and more I further myself, knowing the truth and carrying it with me and observing the times that we in and living in these events, I do ask my people, why would you want to live in that kind of stupidity? What is it really for? Is your life really worth it? Because I believe 100% that this is the truth. This is it. What I've been looking for my whole entire life. And it's just crazy that our people don't want to be a part of it. But it's okay. The real entertainment is coming. I don't mind watching war and destruction and pain and death. Maybe part of my past life, you know what I'm saying, and a couple of past lives ago, because we all got the past life, the reincarnation thing. I delighted in these things. Probably been an Israelite soldier per se. So I don't mind times of war and stuff like that. That's gonna happen. I'm actually excited for it. Instead of being afraid, I'm excited because I know it's getting closer and closer. I don't carry weapons for no reason, I believe in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and the name Yahushai, but a little preparation won't do you any harm, just getting you guys ready and braced for the things that are about to happen. Because there's some critical things that a lot of people need to understand, you know. Like I said, I'm at the point to where life is so dull and so boring that all these things that are about to happen is entertainment for me. I don't mind watching these people die and be shot up. I don't mind taking a life or two or three or five or six lives. I don't mind watching people suffer and being destroyed. You know, the most I say it's a movie. Just kick back and enjoy it. For those of us that could be the hopeful elect, and those of us that know the truth, just kick back and enjoy it. That's being one of the aspects of being, you know what I'm saying, knowing that you're what they call them lowercase gods. Is to it, your life is one big movie. The way you see things is like a TV. That's the Most High. He kicked back and he enjoys this. He watches this, and we should too. You know, those of us that are in the truth, because when you guys get buck wild and you scrambling for answers, you looking for help. You know what I'm saying? People, the money is useless. Ain't no more gas. Your food is running out. Then you're gonna seek Yahweh, and he not gonna be around. So it says the foolish person will no longer be called generous. It says, nor the miser said to be bountiful. For the foolish person will speak foolishness, and his heart will work iniquity to practice ungodliness, to utter against Yahweh, to keep the hungry unsatisfied, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. Also, the schemes of the schemer are evil. That's the white man. He led you astray, and you'll finally admit it when the collapse comes. It says, and he devises wicked plans to destroy the poor with lying words. Yeah, the media, the YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all going down from your channels on your cable TV down to your cell phone and your computer. Is oceans and oceans of lies that can easily pull you into certain directions if you will allow it, or if the spirit is not, you know, you know, vibing with you. If Yahweh's spirit not on you, you can be lost in all of these lies and deceptions. It says, and people wouldn't even understand as simple as that. The whole point Yahweh is trying to get you is to know his true name and to be able to understand and decipher the Bible, to know the truth, because the Bible is the truth. The Bible is the light. The Bible is the power. But you got to know what the Bible is, what its purpose is, you know, and you got to know how to uncrypt it. And you got to know how to understand it. That encryption part is very important, because I can say this to somebody and they wouldn't understand shit. I can easily tell them, oh, he devises wicked plans to destroy the poor with lying words. And it says, even the greedy speaks justice. No, even the needy speaks justice. But a generous man devises generous things, and by generosity he shall stand. So what does that mean? You know, people without a spiritual eye will say it exactly the way the words say it. They don't have that discernment to break the scriptures down. Give me understanding and give me edification. Tell me what this Bible verse means. Because if you're not going to be able to tell me, you know what I'm saying, then I'm not going to give you no answers during that time, because they going to try to decipher the Bible and they not going to get no understanding out of it. And the Most High say, them sinners, in those days, them sinners, them the people that you're going to need to stay away from. And they by numerous. They like flocks of wicked people, man. And idiots. There's the term, I'm surrounded by idiots. And that term is going to come into more power when these things happen. And I'm going to see it. It's not going to be hard to discern from the blind, you know. And it's going to be very sad. You can only imagine how many people that in this area alone that doesn't even believe in Yahweh Hashem El Shai. They don't even know who he is, man. It might have been told to them. They might have heard about it. Barely a couple of people. And I'm talking about in the neighborhood that I live in alone. It's not a lot of people. It might just be me. You know what I'm saying? And who knows? Because Every time I see people, I don't see nobody talking about the Lord. I don't see nobody talking about the Bible. It's a very spiritual thing, and it's very scary to see that no one cares. And it's okay, you know. I'm not really minding people ignoring my YouTube channels. I'm not really minding my people undermining the word. I'm not really minding it at all. It's just at the end of the day, I'm just glad that I got it and I understand it. And the Most High, I pray that Yahweh got mercy on me, and He allows me to carry the word and to keep it, because it can easily be taken away from you, you know. And it's just sad, man. The things that are coming into play, our people are gonna regret it. I'm trying to tell you, this is a once in a life opportunity to get the word, man. There will be no more Bible in the days to come. It ain't gonna be no more voice of Yahweh in the days to come. Just by me opening this book and deciphering and breaking down and reading the Bible to you is the voice of Yahweh. It's His voice. The Bible is His voice. The prophets, great millstone, is His voice. You know, when they break down the Bible, they give me exactly what I need to break down the Bible to you, and it's so damn fucking easy. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's easy. For you, it would be highly difficult. It's gonna be like running into a maze, and you got an hour to complete a maze that's like what? You got an hour to complete a big ass, fat ass maze, and you just running into walls and shit, trying to find the truth before it vanish. You know, knowing that in this kind of maze, which is extremely complicated, you'll understand when you get the Bible and no one is there to teach you. That's the maze that I'm trying to tell you about. You know, you might find an opening here or there. You could run into a dead end that leads you into a circle. You know, you can be right near the truth, but there's a wall separating it from you. You can jump into the air and see it, but how can you get there? And just like that, the truth will be gone. And that maze that you live in, that maze that you trapped in, will be the maze that you in forever. You'll never be able to get the truth after this. I consider myself lucky to even understand and to know the secrets of the Bible, and to know who I am is an entire blessing. Thank you, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, in the name Yahushai, because this is it, man. We've warned you. We've warned you. We warned you. Even when I wasn't ready, I constantly warned people because I felt like it was something that I needed to do. And I love Yahweh deep in my heart. And I was going through so much in my life that I felt like without God, I wouldn't make it. It's 2 times that happened. That happened when I first started preaching, and it happened after I got rebuked. I slid back off into the world feeling like I was lost. I couldn't even defeat myself to get to the Lord. I couldn't change. I couldn't stop thinking the way I was thinking and how I was acting, but you know, not knowing that when I fell apart, Yahweh began to put me back together, you know. And that's what He does to a lot of people. You don't know when, you kind of know when the Lord is working on you. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, Yahweh got His own ways. A man's going shall be of Yahweh, shall be of the Lord, you know. So it's just like, you know, my life's journey is the story that I can tell. I went so hard for my family, you know. I went so hard for my friends. Just to lose it all, just to lose everything. I never really had anything in this world anyway to be happy about. The Most High is always asking people that. What's so important and what's so interesting in this world that you hold on to? What is the most dearest thing that you hold on to that's keeping you from getting to Yahweh? Was it the cars, the money, the family, you know, the drugs, your jobs? It's not truly important. That's why the Most High calls the world the Matrix. The thing that the white man made is the Matrix. When the Matrix breaks apart and falls, and the veil is lifted, you'll realize that everything around you is not real, you know. This ain't our world. This is not our belonging. Which I realized how much I was caught in a loophole. The harder I was working, I just found myself a slave for the white man. Just working, working, working. When I break down, who gonna be there to pick me back up? If it wasn't for Yahweh giving me the strength to endure, I'd have been destroyed a long time ago, probably homeless a long time ago, you know, breaking down. But, you know, the Most High gave me a strong will to keep going. And in my deepest hours, I started seeking him because I seen nothing but despair coming from my family, my friends, everybody driven by covetousness and money and greed. I knew that. I always knew. You know what I'm saying? And I always fucking knew that it was just nothing but wickedness. Money never really seemed to be my thing, you know. I never really knew my worth as a man. I never had that fatherly guidance, that stability, you know. My mom, she wasn't much. I loved her, but at the same time, people change, you know, whether for bad or for good. And I understood, the more and more I understood when I started losing mainly my family, the main thing that I was trying to keep together due to living in the world and how the white man run things, people are losing their families, people are losing their lives, man. But it was for a good reason, but I'm just giving you the, you know, the corruption and the evil and all this. People losing shit. The Israelites are losing things. They're not gaining anything in this world. You're losing shit. You have no idea. And now it's time for those of them that don't want to be with the Yahweh, that don't want to be with the Lord. It's time, and God is about to take everything, and you can't blame him. It's not good for you anyway. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty strong. I've made it this far. I can only pray that Yahweh allows me to make it further. That's what I pray. I need to make it to the nuclear day. I'm being so serious about this. This ain't imaginative or he's going crazy. I have proof of Yahweh's existence, so you can't say that. My race is to the end of the world, and that's then my next mission and my next task is if I can make it there, if Yahweh allows me to make it there. I'm happy that I'm alive and I'm young. I'm only 29 years old, and I've made it to the end. This is the end of the world, and I know it without a doubt. There's too many signs not to know that this shit is coming to an end. I'm happy. I'm very excited. I have an able body, you know. I'm prepared. I am, but not food-wise. I'm going to take care of myself with food-wise and all that, because you start thinking about survival when these things set in, you know. It says, rise up, you women who are at ease. Right. Hear my voice, you complacent daughters. Give ear to my speech. In a year and some days you will be troubled, you complacent women, for the vintage will fail. The gathering will not come. Tremble, you women who are at ease. Be troubled, you complacent ones. Strip yourselves and make yourselves bare, and gird sackcloth on your waists. So, what is it saying? And this got a lot to do with our women, because women can make a man suffer. I'm going to be so 100. The women have much more advantage in this world than a man does, and they're not even important. The Bible describes a woman being a vessel for the man. Just a vessel. Yeah, she has a soul, but her true creation is to be a vessel for a man, to carry on his seed. I do believe in Greek woman means servant. That's what it means, to serve her man and to obey her master. Because the Most High said she was not put here to rule. She was not put here to be a guide, to have a manly strength, to this do what I want to. No, you have a master. You are in service to someone, but the order has been destroyed. Everything has been backwards. You know what I'm saying? Living in a demonic world like this, Everything is backwards. They teach you that a man can be a woman can be a man. That's backwards. They teach you not to believe in Yahweh. They give you a fake God. That's backwards. You feel me? They teach you to love white people. They teach you to love your enemy. What the fuck? After when you understand history and you read, you know what I'm saying? And I was into history and I was into my people's origins before I got into the Bible. I knew about racism, but I never took it into consideration in the gravity of just how bad racism is, just how bad slavery was for my people. You know, this is the basis that can never be moved. And people undermine it like, oh, I know you're going to bring up that story about slavery and slave trade and all that, and what of it. There is no what of it. That is a major stumbling block for the white man. To know all those atrocities that was done, how he burned down kingdoms for the Israelites, how he misplaced us. I never thought of it. The Bible describes this man defeating angels and that are in the flesh. We are angels in the flesh. Yes. We were once mighty men in a strong nation. Now we collapse so bad, people don't even believe who we say we are. But we are the children of Israel. The Bible describes it perfectly, and it has no error. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has no error. You know, people just don't understand what's coming. I've seen it. I know what's coming. I've seen the collapse in my dreams. The Most High sent dreams to come to keep you on edge, to keep you aware, you know. So I know that the collapse is coming. I know that these things are coming. I believe Yahweh when he says that. So, you know, but as far as I'm concerned with the women, yes. They are just another creation. If the Most High allowed it, he wouldn't even have had a woman for Adam. He didn't have to make no woman for Adam. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to make no women, period. But he did as a counterpart. And it says he told him that he shouldn't be alone. Why? Because the superior being needs a servant, you know, and she was superior, but not in the form of Adam. She was his servant. And she was a wife unto Adam, somebody that was put there to serve him, to be pure as he was. Why do you think that in biology and they study the human body, the ribs of a man is uneven? Because he's missing, I believe 1 or 2 ribs. He's missing them because the woman got those other 2 ribs, and the Most High used that to create women. And that is true. That's something that can never be removed. And there's a lot of things that's being undermined to the children of Israel, and the man is not taking his rightful role. The women are taking over. They doing unholy things like dating other races, getting money out of them. You know, our whole nation is just torn apart. And our women, instead of them being happy and fun and delightful and over conceited, they gonna be in shame. They gonna be crying. And as a woman can't take a punch from a man, do you think she can take a blow from God? I don't think so. I'm trying to tell you I'm trying to paint the perfect picture of just how bad the collapse is gonna be. This shit about to be ugly, man. They about to run out of diesel in a couple of days. They call it Dieselgeddon or whatever. The next blood moon is coming up next week. I do believe I gotta check the date, but it's coming up next week. No, actually, Salakia is coming up this Sunday. Hopefully, on this side of the world, we'll be able to see the blood moon. I'm hoping so. The blood moon foretells that the destruction is near. Yes. They having a problem with food. They want to start food rationing. Certain states are starting to see signs of that. Serious drought is coming. They got drought that's so bad from Vegas to California and other parts, you know what I'm saying? In the United States, that they gotta rationalize the water. You know, this is what these white people doing. They fucking the world up, man. And then they gonna want to try and blame it on the prophets and the children of Israel. Like, if you want the world to go back to the way it is, you should kill them. That's exactly what our people are going to do, because they blind. They don't know. And they wicked. So they going to do just that. And we going to have to kill them. And I don't mind killing my own people. My people undermine my personality as a person and what God is building me up to be. I always wanted to go to war anyway. Me, I'm a little bit more old school. I'm not even having any knowledge of guns, but I'm pretty good with blades and shit. Yeah, I am. And coming to know a gun is natural to me. I know how to use it, but I don't condone guns. It's not my thing. And if it was my thing, the Most High would put it on my spirit to have a gang of guns, but I know one thing, that's not going to keep me alive. You know, the only thing that's going to keep me alive is the Spirit of the Lord, and that's it. I got my blade, but that's not even going to keep me alive. Just painting the picture for you to get you prepared. It might seem like I'm a little bit bored, but not really. It's just kind of a deeper thought thing. Since people don't care about the word, all you can really care about is yourself. It's not selfishness. I mean, I'm sharing the word with others, but no one seems to be listening. It says, people shall mourn upon their breast, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. On the land of my people will come up thorns and briars. Yes, on all the happy homes in the joyous city, because the palaces will be forsaken. The bustling city will be deserted, thus a collapse. It says the forts and towers will become layers forever. It says, a joy of wild donkeys, a pasture of flocks, until the Spirit is poured upon us from on high, and the wilderness becomes a fruitful desert, and the fruitful field is counted as a forest. Then justice will dwell in the wilderness, and righteousness remain in the fruitful field. The work of righteousness will be peace, and the effect of righteousness, quietness and assurance forever. My people will dwell in peaceful habitation, and secure dwellings, and in the resting places. Though hail comes down on the forest can represent people. That hell is a nuclear day. So you wouldn't understand that if you didn't have a spirit on you. And the city is brought low in humiliation. Blessed are you who sow besides all waters, who send out freely the feet of the ox and the donkey. Woe to you who plundered, though you have not been plundered, and you who deal treacherously, though they have not dealt treacherously with you. When you cease plundering, you will be plundered. That's the white people. The collapse is going to be so bad that our people are going to be going for them. They stopped, after they took over everything, they stopped robbing our people. They stopped taking from them, like, taking their lives and just breaking into their houses. Now, it's going to be a flip side. The black people, the Israelites, they going to go and rob them white people, and they're not going to have mercy on them. They're going to kill them, man. They're going to take their shit. They're going to kill their wives. They're going to rape their kids. They're going to burn them up. They're going to shoot them up. Everything, all the curses that were once upon the children of Israel are going to flip over to them. Our people don't know what's going on, so as soon as the collapse happens, they're going to act just like everybody else and go crazy. And that's exactly what's going to happen. They waiting for it to manifest. That's the stupidest shit ever. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's going to be entertainment for me. I'll be entertained by it. Can't wait to see you people scramble and squirm and be in fear. It's going to bring a smile to my face, knowing that the Most High is about to liberate me from slavery forever. I've done my jail sentence. I've worked for the white man. I've broken my back for nothing, just to be laughed at. Motherfuckers making fun of me, not knowing that at the grand scheme of things, you wonder why the Most High put me in that burger stand. You wonder why the Most High gave me 2 jobs. You wonder why the Most High made me work, keep me in shape, keep me strong. There was a reason for all of that, and he gave me the word to shaping me up. It was a reason for all of that shit, to live a simple life, to be light on your feet, About to figure it out. Strong may survive, man. The strong will survive. I'm telling you that. It says, when you make an end of dealing treacherously, they will deal treacherous with you. O Yahweh, be gracious to us. It says, we have waited for you, but be their arm every morning, our salvation, also in the time of trouble. At the noise of the tumult, the people shall flee. When you lift yourself up, the nations shall be scattered, and your plunder shall be gathered, like the gathering of the caterpillar, as the running to and fro of locusts. He shall run upon them. That's the white man. When he break out, he gonna go crazy, man. He got all these armies and all these troops ready. I had a dream about that. They got troops training, urban combat, all kinds of shit. The people gonna riot. They gonna be starving, trying to eat one another. People gonna have to defend for themselves. People fighting, people freaking out. I've seen all this in a dream, man. I've been having these weird dreams again for like 2 nights now. I ain't had a dream or a vision of the end in a long time. Like probably like a month or 2. I haven't had a dream of the end in a while, but Yahweh been sending me little pieces and parts of the end of times where I can see and I can still remember. I've just been having dreams, man, at the end. Yahweh is exalted, for he dwells on high. He has filled Zion with justice and righteousness. Wisdom and knowledge will be the stability of your times and the strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. Amen. Surely their valiant ones shall cry outside. The ambassadors of peace shall weep bitterly. Those ambassadors of peace is them stupid ass fake them wicked Christians and them fake ass pastors. So when the collapse come, they ain't gonna be able to tell you what's going on. The highways lie waste. The traveling man ceases. Yep, your airlines, you ain't gonna be able to fly. The highways lie waste. You ain't gonna have no gas. That's prophesied in the Bible. Look at that shit. He has despised the cities. He regards no man. The earth mourns and languishes. Lebanon is shamed and shriveled. That's Israel. Sharon is like a wilderness, and Bashan and Carmel shake off their fruits. You're not going to have no kids. Your kids, man, I don't need to scare nobody, but God don't care, man. Yahweh is not human. He created you, and he can destroy you. It says, now I will rise, says Yahweh. Now I will be exalted. Now I will lift myself up. You shall you shall conceive chaff. You shall bring forth stubble. Your breath as fire shall devour you. And the people shall be like the burning of limes, like thorns cut up, they shall be burned in fire. Hear you, you who are far off, what I have done, and you who are near acknowledge my might. The people that are far off, that's the wicked 2/3, and the people that's near acknowledge his might. We know who did all this. Yahweh did it. The sinners of Zion are afraid. Fearfulness has seized the hypocrites. Who among us shall dwell with devouring fire? Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burning? That's the nuclear day. He who walks righteously and speaks uprightly, he who despises the gain of oppressions, he who gestures with his hands, refusing bribes, who stops his ear from hearing bloodshed, and shuts up his eyes from seeing evil. He will dwell on high. His place of defense will be the fortress of rocks. Bread will be given him. His water will be sure, meaning that when the collapse happens, the elect will eat. They will have water. They will survive, while everybody else dies. Your eyes will see the king in his beauty. They will see the land that is very far off. That's Jerusalem. Your heart will meditate on terror. Where is the scribe? Where is he who weighs? Where is he who counts the towers? Right. Go get them rich people. Where them pastors at that you was getting your wisdom from? Where your best friend at that's telling you that everything is okay? Where your wife at that's telling you don't believe in Yahweh? Where your kids at that believe in their friends and believe in homework and school and shit? You got them wired up in all kinds of wickedness. It's going to be to your downfall. I assure you that. It says, you will not see a fierce people, a people obscure of speech beyond perception, of a stammering tongue that you cannot understand. It says, look upon Zion, the city of our appointed feast. Your eyes will see Jerusalem, a quiet home, meaning that the Most High is going to take us out of the way, because all these wicked people are going to seek the lives of the elect. And some of us is not even going to deal with it. Some of us might have to go through it, you know, only to survive, just to see it with your own eyes. I desire to see it all with my own eyes. I want to see everything, all the way down to the end of the world, to the mark of the beast, to WW3, you know, to the return of the Messiah. And then I have high hopes. I have desires to get beamed up. I don't want to be here. I want the Most High to call me away, get beamed up and survive and make it to the new world. This is not a game. The Most High didn't make the universe for nothing. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make the earth for nothing. He didn't make the planets for nothing. He didn't make the stars for nothing. And can't no man do the things that I see in this world. So whatever the fuck is going on in people's minds, that's not what's going on in the real world. Get your head out your ass. That's the saying too. Get your head out your ass, man. Because whatever the fuck you thinking about, whatever the white people taught you, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you done gained in school, whatever diploma done, certificate they done labeled you as, it only made you dumber. And that's not what's going on in the world. It says, not one of its stakes will ever be removed, nor will any of its cords be broken. But there, the majestic Yahweh will be for us. Meaning that the Most High is going to tell us the truth. Yahweh is going to be with us. We don't know no lies. We know the truth. A place of broad rivers and streams, in which no galley with oars will sail, nor majestic ships pass by, for Yahweh is our judge. Yahweh is our lawgiver. Yahweh is our king. He will save us. Your tackle is loose. They could not strengthen their mast. They could not spread their sail. Yep, if you taking pride in these white people and all that, they ships ain't gonna sail. They ain't gonna last, man. The people that believe in the things of this world, they not gonna last. That's what it's saying. You're not gonna make it. You and the Most High ship, his ship can fly. His chariot can fly. You can't hop on no boat or no submarine to escape the nuclear day. The sea gonna boil, man. The air is gonna dissolve. You know how, have you ever seen a nuclear blast before? Do you know what kind of damage it can do to a metropolis city? You know how bad a nuclear event is? Oh my goodness, you people are idiots, man. Don't want to listen, foolish ass children, evil, bypass everything that you see, and all you care about is money, sex, drugs, your daily life as you know it, and it's all passing you by. Y'all the ones that's being passed by, talking about, oh, you just stand there and let life pass you by, and you watch everybody doing everything, but you just sitting there while everything just passing you away, you know, passing by you. No, y'all the motherfuckers that's letting life pass you by. That was the Bible. And everything that you've learned got you into a big fat trap. And I'm telling you, I'm going to laugh when the collapse comes. I'm gonna laugh, man. It ain't gonna be no crying, ain't gonna be no feeling sorry. Y'all entertainment. The best part of the movie is the end, man. It's the best part where everything gets dramatic. They call it the climax. That's what they call it. It's just entertainment. Y'all nothing but to be laughed at. Instead of me watching my phone for a movie, instead of me watching a DVD, I'm going to just kick back and get some popcorn and watch y'all kill each other. And watch this collapse fall. I'm going to laugh my fucking ass off, and then I'm going to get out of there. Get the fuck out of here when this shit cave in. Boy, y'all only got so long. Y'all got like a month or two before shit really hit the fan, man. And I ain't going to say this. I ain't saying this with no lie. You got a month or two before this shit really hits the fan. Why do you think they calling that? shit hits the fan. It's not a fucking game. This shit's real. Any nigga with common sense knows what's coming. We knew this for a long time, man. And before then, I've always believed in the end of times. You know what I'm saying? I've always believed in the end of the world. When I believed in that lie, Jesus Christ, I believed in the end of times. I just didn't know in detail because I was living in a lie. Now I know everything. Like the Most High said, I give you an unction to know all things. Know all things, know everything. And I know a little bit of everything in certain departments. I know what I need to survive. I know what's going on. I know about the world. I may not know everything, but I know all the main parts. That's what's important. It says, then the prey of great plunder is divided. The lame take the prey, and the inhabitant will not say, I am sick. The people who dwell in it will be forgiven their iniquity. Come near, you nations, to hear, and heed, you people. Let the earth hear and all that is in it, the world and all things that come forth from it. For the indignation of Yahweh is against all nations, and his fury against all their armies. He has utterly destroyed them. He has given them over to the slaughter. Also their slain shall be thrown out. Their stench shall rise from their corpses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. Also the host of heaven shall be dissolved. Got a lot of killing. That's the Most High said, I'm going to come kill everybody. You not a part of this word, you got to go. Whether you're bad or you good, you got to die. You don't have a word, you got to go. Simple as that. I can't tell you, I can't sweat you enough about this shit. And the heavens shall be rolled up like a scroll. That's a nuclear day. All their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falls from the vine, and as the fruit falling from a fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Indeed, it shall come down on Edom, and on the people of my curse for judgment. That's the white people, Edom. He want them the most. The white people, you white people, he wants you the most. It says, the sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made overflowing with fatness, with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahweh has a sacrifice in Bozrah, and a great slaughter in the land of Edom. I wouldn't want to be white. That's why I'm staying away from these niggas, man. Because I know what's about to happen to y'all. I know it. The wild oxen shall come down with them, and their young bulls with the mighty bulls. Whether you strong or you weak, you got to go. The Most High going to get you in the most violent way. It says, their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust saturated with fatness. For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance, the year of recompense for the cause of Zion. All those terrible things that white people did, and they tried to overlook it. And its dust into brimstone. No, its stream shall be turned into pitch, and its dust into brimstone. Its land shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night or day. Its smoke shall ascend forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. No one shall pass through it forever and ever. But the pelican and the porcupine shall possess it, as the owl and the raven shall dwell in it. And he shall stretch out over it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. They shall call its nobles to the kingdom, but none shall be there, and all its princes shall be nothing. Exactly. And with that, calling Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash, in the name Yahushai. Sorry to let it become a slight rant, but you got enough precepts that I can load you with. And this is a transmission to people who are listening. We're getting so close to these events that are coming to path. Like I said, you got barely a month or two for certain big-ass events that are coming, that are about to happen, for it to go down, man. And then when these events start happening, and the day that you see these people rioting and shit, that's when the famine of the word gonna hit, and the Bible gonna lock up. It's all over with. So, shalom to those who are listening. If you're not listening, then I don't know what to tell you, man. We did the best we could. Whether our videos was flashy or whether it was bummy and they told you straight up, we did the best we could, man. I still got love for my people. I still love them, but if they didn't want to listen, if they didn't acquire the word of the Lord, that's their own undoing. And I know it. That's why the Most High say, do not even worry about them no more. It's just, everything is set in place. Everything is perfect in the eyes of Yahweh. It's about to be over with. So, shalom. It's on to the next video, and good night. Can't get mad if the brothers didn't do the work. I can't get mad if women don't want to listen. They want to party. They want to do whatever they think is important. They're not worried about the things that are happening in the world when it's very important what's going on around you. But you want to play blind, you want to play dumb. You're not going to be blind and dumb when all these events happen. And like I said, I'm going to laugh at your ass, man. I'm going to laugh and I'm going to enjoy it. That's what I'm going to do. I am going to laugh and I'm going to enjoy it. And that's just what it is, man. Shalom.